it says, ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. You may have your seats on this morning. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. On last night, we talked about being recalibrated. That recalibration is in progress. I wanted you to understand that it's in progress, but it takes a man some time. It's not going to happen immediately, but it's going to be a gradual process. But the thing about recalibration is you don't ever take your car in to just get one tire aligned and rotated. It takes all four of them to make it happen. So therefore, the same is with the body of Christ. It's not going to just take two or three of us fasting and praying, but we're going to need everybody in order to see change happen, in order to see a shift happen, in order to see progress happen. Those prayers that you prayed have not fallen to the ground and gone dormant. Those dreams that you have dreamed are going to be resurrected on this year, because God is getting ready to shift us into a new dimension. He's getting ready to recalibrate us. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready for the process. I am ready to be recalibrated. But the Lord gave me something simple on this morning to share with you. I want you to look at your neighbor and say, oh, neighbor, you have what it takes. That wasn't the right neighbor. Look across the room and find somebody else and say, oh, neighbor, you have what it takes. See, the job of the enemy is to come in and confuse you and to make you think that while you're going through the process of recalibration, that it's not working in your favor. He's going to come in and try to make you not fast and consecrate yourself so that your senses are not precise, like we talked about on last night. He's going to send every tactic that he can to stop you from performing and doing what God has for you to do. But let me tell you something, that God has already equipped you with what it takes. He's giving you the tools necessary to go through the process. You have what it takes. I don't want you to be discouraged. I don't want you to be fretful. I don't want you to be fearful. Because God has already given you the power to go through the process. Failure is not an option for the believer. I'm going to repeat myself. Failure is not an option for the believer. You are a winner. You are an overcomer. God has already given you the power to triumph over it. The word tells us that greater is he. How many of you got him on the inside of you? How many of you understand that because he lives in me, he's more than what the world could throw at me. He's greater than any demonic force that tries to come up against my family. Greater is he that's on the inside of me than he that's in the world. That's why you can let the devil know that you better be scared now. You better get yourself together, because I'm coming with a force to be reckoned with. I'm coming with the power that's behind me that's greater than any power in the world. I'm coming, and you better watch out. I'm a sniper in training, and baby, I'm about to shoot your plan down, because I got the greater one living on the inside of me. Look at somebody and tell them, you got what it takes. You got what it takes. It's time out for us having a defeated mentality. It's time of us time out for us thinking that we'll never make it, that we can't accomplish this. It's time for us going into a situation and already seeing it as bleak. But God has given us to be able to refocus our lens and look through the lens that he's given us. He's given us the ability to see past. He's given us X-ray vision. Not only are we going to see what it looks like on the outside, but he's given us the ability and the keen sense to see what's happening on the inside. God has equipped you with Genesis 50 and 20 vision. Though you thought evil against me, he's working it out for my good. Though you slay me, yet will I trust him. For I am more than a conqueror through Jesus Christ. 2 Corinthians 2 and 4 4, it says, now thanks be unto God, which always causes us to triumph through every situation. I'm going to triumph through every circumstance. I'm going to come out as a winner. Look at somebody and say, neighbor, you got what it takes. You got what it takes, but you got to stick with the plan. Remember on last night we said that recalibrate means to re-examine one's thinking, plan, or system and correct it in accordance with a new understanding and purpose. He's given us a new understanding and purpose of what our life is. He's opening up our eyes to truly see what he has called us to do. And as he does this, everything is going to try to come up in your way to make you think that God ain't called you to it. Everything is going to try to come up in your way to make you feel that wasn't God. But it's in those times that you will only see one step of footprints. And that's because God is going to carry you through the fire. He's going to carry you through the flood. And as he is carrying you, he's building you up. As he is carrying you, he's strengthening you because he has greater in store for you. You got what it takes. I don't care what the enemy has tried to tell you. I don't care how he's trying to stop you. You got what it takes. You got what it takes. You got what it takes. And see, this word is not just for me. I was battling in my mind, and I had to really go before the Lord, and I had to ask him, Father, is this really what you have called me to do? Is this really what I'm supposed to do? And God says, Shanell, shut your mouth. You know that I've called you even before you were born in your mother's womb. You are who I equipped you to be. You're not nobody else. And this same word is for you. You ain't nobody else. You are who God has called you to be. The DNA and the fingerprints that run through you, they operate and unlock. They unlock doors just for you. Just like my fingerprint, when I go to work to sign in, nobody else can clock in for me. Nobody else can clock out for me. What God has done for you, nobody else can do for you. Nobody else can do without you. But he needs you to step in the right place so that he can use you to get his will done. You are what he has called you to be. You are the best you that you can be. Touch yourself on the chest and say, I got what it takes. I'm not going to be discouraged in this new year. I'm not going to allow myself to waver. I'm not going to doubt myself anymore because greater is he that is on the inside of me. The race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but to the one that endures until the end. Do you have enduring power on this morning? Do you have the steadfastness to go and see what the end is going to be? See, when we allow ourselves to continue the race. See, the hare thought it was funny, Elder Franks, and he said the tortoise ain't going to catch up with me. So he decided to take a nap. Look at somebody and say, let him sleep on me. Let him sleep on me because I'm coming back with a vengeance. I'm coming back with power. I'm coming back with love. I'm coming back with demonstration. And the slow turtle, he crept beside the hare and didn't wake him up. And by the time the hare looked up, the tortoise had crossed the finish line. You get ready to cross the finish line in the face of your enemy. You're getting ready to walk past the giant that has tried to keep you back. You're getting ready to win the race. Tell somebody you got what it takes. Hallelujah. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to question yourself. This is not the time to take a back seat. This is not the time to take a break. This is not the time to decide to do something else. Do what he has planted you to do. Be what he has called you to be. And hold your head up high because you are a child of the King. And if he told you to do it, he's going to order your steps to lead you to the right path. Whatever he has planned for you, it's working for your good. You got what it takes. So in order to continue in the plan that God has for me. We already said we got to listen to the voice of the Lord. And that's when our corporate fasting comes together. Because see, we can't just do 4 of us fasting for everybody. But we all need to be able to give something up. We all need to be able to get into the presence of the Lord. On last night, we talked about the presence of the Lord is where our senses are hiding. And he can begin to really speak to us and give us strategy and insight on our situation. It's when we're in the presence of the Lord that he'll open up our eyes to be able to see clearly without glasses. It's in the presence of the Lord that his voice is amplified. But the only way to get there, the only way that we can see change happen is we got to come together. We got to connect together. We got to be corporate in this thing. It ain't about you or me, but it's about us. We have what it takes. We got what it takes to do the work for the Lord. No longer I, but God has surrounded you with a great cloud of witnesses that you can lean on them, that you can glean from them. Somebody else might be a little further, but you can ask them, yo, how did you get where you are? And they can turn around and reach their hand and bring you out. There's things in you that other people can see that you might not be able to see yourself. But I want to encourage you that you got what it takes. No matter what the reflection in the mirror looks like, no matter what the situation around you looks like, you have what it takes. You got what it takes. You can do this. You can get through this. You can see it on the other side. God is bringing us over. He's causing us to be winners. We sing the song, we win. But it's time for us to see some wins on this year. It's time to see victory attached to our name. It's time to see trophies of champions because we are the champions in faith. And we got what it takes to get through this race. So in this season, in this new year, God is telling us to keep going, not to give up. Don't become flaky. Don't become lazy. Don't become discouraged because you have what it takes on the inside of you. And when it comes to recalibration, some adjustments may have to be made. Some things may have to change. And when I thought about that, he made me think about the ravens that fed, brother Elisha. And you tell me that the Lord told him to go there and that the ravens would sustain him. And then he told them to move. But the reason why he told them, Elijah, to move is because the ravens could only hold but so much in their mouth. So God had to take him from a place of little to a place of lot. He's getting ready to take you to a place from little to a place of abundance. He's getting ready to move you into something greater because you have what it takes. It's time now to pull it out of you to do what God has called you to do. I want you to stand up on your feet. I told you he didn't give me a long sermon this morning, and I want you to look at somebody square in the eye, and I want you to tell them you got what it takes. No matter what the enemy has told you, you got what it takes. Now open up your mouth and give God a praise. You got what it takes. You can handle the weight of your assignment. You can handle and carry the weight. You got what it takes. It may try to bend you and break you, but baby, readjust yourself, recalibrate yourself to carry the load. Though the load is heavy, we know a load sharer. We know a burden bearer, and his name is Jesus. I can cast my cares upon him because he cares for me. I'll take you, take my burdens because his yoke is easy. And his burdens is light. So I can look in the mirror and I can tell myself, I have what it takes. I have what it takes. I have what it takes. This is not the year for us to sit back and give up. This is not the year for us to close and throw in the towel. But this is the year for us to run this race. This is the year for us to steady ourselves. This is the year for us to realign ourselves with the plan of the Lord so that we can make it out all right. This is the year of abundance and overflow because I believe once the Lord finishes recalibrating us, he's going to position us to carry more, not just more of the life's toils and snares, but he's going to position us to carry more prosperity. He's going to position us to carry more healing. He's going to position us to carry more strength. You have what it takes.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's service. For those of you who received salvation on today, please follow these next steps and continue to build your faith. You can reach out to the A-Team at 850-542-8326. If you would like to stay connected with us, you can visit our webpage at agapechurch1.org or newcovenantcc.com. We can also be found here on YouTube at Agape Church Media or on Facebook as Agape Church SC. Unite with us in prayer on weekdays at the times of 6 a.m., 12 p.m., and 10 p.m. Simply dial 1-712-451-0200 and enter the access key 572599. Are you looking to partner with our ministry? Our mailing address is 201 Plumbers Road, Columbia, South Carolina 29203. Our phone number 803-714-9989. We can also be reached at ateam@agapechurch1.org. Giving is made simple and can be accessed from your mobile device. Simply visit www.agapechurch1.org/donate. You may also give through Cash App using the cash tags listed on the screen. We thank you so much for visiting our online service, and we hope to see you soon.